Hey folks, welcome to BenOrBreak. I'm your host Ben, and though this is a new game to the channel, I'm betting some of y'all recognize it. For those who do not, welcome to The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. This has been a super important game for me way back when I was a youngin', and with finally upgrading to a new PC and beginning this channel right after the release of Anniversary Edition, I was reminded that I have been away from the wonderful land of Skyrim for too long. I'm ridiculously excited to finally return. So as it's Skyrim, we, of course, will be playing with mods. Very many mods, too many mods to be worth covering in a video, unfortunately, but I will point things out as we play. I've also provided an abridged mod list as a Nexus collection, linked in the description of this video for those who want details. Please note, however, that we are actually playing on the old Legendary Edition, since I used the last mod list I built as a starting point for this series, and well, that old mod list was... let's just say that was before 64-bit Skyrim script extender, so Special Edition modding had not yet caught up to good old Legendary Edition, as it has since then. With all that out of the way, all I feel I need to cover about our mod list for now is that we'll be using Enai Sion's Perk Overhaul Vokri, Magic Overhaul Odin, and Combat Overhaul Wildcat as the core of our gameplay mods. I am trying out Interesting NPCs as our biggest quest and content mod, and we'll be using Alternate Start to begin the game without encountering dragons, and thus the knowledge that we are Dragonborn for quite a while. For that reason, instead of the classic opening act at Helgen that I'm sure many of y'all are familiar with, here in a mysterious abandoned prison, we must choose our character's fate that has brought them to the land of Skyrim. Our character will be a female, since in my other ongoing series in Grim Dawn, our character is Grim Dawn. Quite the man's man, and I want to peer through rather a different set of eyes as we begin our next journey. Like that series, there will be minimal fast travel and an emphasis on exploration and discovery, and I'm excited to show off some of the mods that help us accomplish that. Our character will be a Nord, whose kin inhabit this land, since that gives us the most strings to pull for character background and motivation as we weave their story into the world around them. Our character will be Nalja 9 Lives. As you can see, I already did the mechanics of character creation. For those who are interested, I did record it as a separate unlisted video, which can be found in the description, or as the next video in the Skyrim playlist if that's how you're watching this video. All it's worth mentioning here is that I have done nothing special with race menu or body mods. Nalja 9 Lives looks much like the other inhabitants of Skyrim. This is intentional. We do not begin in the pattern of some extraordinary hero. Greatness will have to be earned. The surname, 9 Lives, is in the pattern typical of the Nords of Skyrim, like you remember the Battleborns and Greymanes. It's a threefold reference to the nature of our playthrough. Firstly, it refers to the very mechanics of the game. Our death, and I expect that Nalja will risk death given the mods I've chosen, is not permanent. It's merely a return to an earlier saved game, as if we had more than one life. Secondly, it's a reference to the multifaceted lives a Skyrim character often leads. Dragonborn, Harbinger, Archmage, Guildmaster, Listener. Rather than resist this tendency, we'll lean into it. Our Nalja 9 Lives has many lives to live as we move through what I hope will be a long and richly varied playthrough. Thirdly, and finally, it's an oblique reference to our character's origins. The old saying is that cats have 9 lives, and as we begin the game, Nalja is, like a cat, solitary, stealthy, surreptitious, light-footed, and light-pocketed, a lowlife of Beggar's Row in Riften, the city of the Thieves' Guild. My first episode of this playthrough is already up. Link here in the description and at the end of the video. But before we continue on, I'm excited to add that I am live streaming this series on Twitch. Follow the link in the description to my Twitch schedule to view it in your local time, and when you get there, don't forget to follow so that you're notified when I go live. It'd be super if you could stop in and join us sometime. Of course, the recordings will also be uploaded here on YouTube when they're ready, like episode 1 already is. So see you there, just follow the link coming right up, and make sure to subscribe so that YouTube knows to recommend the rest to you as they come out. Now for a journey in the land of Skyrim.